Welcome, and thank you very much for joining me on this journey to achieving 500% growth in the year 2026. 500%. And I'm very excited on your behalf because this means a lot for your business, means a lot for your career, means a lot for your self-image. Means that in 2026, you can aspire to achieving 500% of what you did this year. Now, that's not a figure that we just wishfully dreamt about. That's not a figure that we just upon. It's based on historical data. It's based on what we have done this year. In 2024, we had an ambition to help 100 organizations achieve no less than 400% growth. I'm excited to say that a number of the participants of Africa Revenue Summit 2025 have exceeded that number. So my name is Bumi Jambola, and I'm excited again to get on this journey with you. But you may be asking, who exactly is Bumi Jambola and what are his credentials? How does he qualify to be talking to me about growing my company 400% in a single year? In the last 2 decades, I've been privileged to help hundreds and thousands of organizations to grow their revenue performance aggressively. And particularly in the last 10 years, sitting on top of Sales Ruby, Africa's leader in sales performance improvement and revenue enhancement, I have been privileged to accelerate the growth of no less than 1,000 organizations, training over 20,000 business leaders and sales professionals across 30 industries, and hosting over 4 conferences, including Sales Leadership Conference, Africa Revenue Summit, SaaS Rally, Founders Conference, and the likes. I've worked across banking, consulting, FMCG, technology, and the likes. So I have some credentials in leading organizations to growth. I have some credentials in helping other organizations to growth, consulting for them, training them, hosting them at conferences and strategy sessions. And that's the credential that I bring into this conversation today, to show you what should you not be doing, what should you be doing going into 2026, so that 2026 can be a better year by all standards than this year for you. And all of this is tied also to the same Africa Revenue Summit, where we have an ambitious drive yet again to help 200 organizations achieve no less than 500% growth in 2026. We want to help 200 organizations achieve no less than 500% growth in 2026. I don't know whether you're excited about this. I am. I am very excited about this. And I'm an author of a book, The Ignition, A Validated Path to Startup Success. We've also been privileged to support whether businesses of leaders or even governmental organizations to incubate entrepreneurs. I've trained all of these organizations and more to the very top executive leadership in these organizations. So I'm excited to show you what it takes to be outstanding in 2026. So as we get started, let's look at it. What manner of year will 2026 be? What kind of year? What's the characterization of 2026? What would make 2026 different from 2025? 2026 is going to be a year of value for value. The businesses that put value ahead of money will reap the reward. The businesses that are transactional will struggle. 2026 is a year that is very different. After multiple years of struggling, in a country like Nigeria, the economy has struggled for the last 8 to 10 years. Economy is beginning to roar again. But interestingly, it's only going to roar for organizations that put value ahead. It's going to be a year that will be very different from the years we've known in the last decade. I invite you to be in my webinar of unveiling the year later in the month of December. You can look forward to that. But I tell you that 2026 has its own character, and you need to master the character of 2026 so that you can be better positioned to deliver exceptional value to your customers in 2026. So, as you drive to achieve 500% growth in 2026, what are the things that you should not really be doing? Achieving 500% growth in 2026 will task you. And I would just say that you should not bother at all. If you are not fully committed to that outcome, do not bother, because it will task you. It's not going to happen by wishful thinking. This is for people who want to commit to an exceptional outcome in their life, in their business. Achieving 500% growth is not going to happen by doing more of the same. 10% growth, 20% growth can happen by hard work. But 500% growth can never be by hard work. You can knock on more doors, hire more salespeople, make more calls, and grind really harder to get 20% higher, to get 30% higher, maybe even 50% higher. But if you're going to do 500% in 2026, it will come from deep-seated strategy, not just more hard work. Hard work is critical. You will need to do more hard work, but you will need to do even more smart work. Number two, you will not achieve 500% growth in 2026 by just being the same old standard you, the mediocre you, or entertaining mediocre workers. So you cannot achieve 500% growth in 2026 by being the same old standard. You cannot achieve 500% growth by being the late coming CEO that you have always been, by being the executive that does not pay attention to details. Growth is inside out, not outside in. As much as many people will desire this 500% growth, you will need to become the 500% leader to be able to see 500% growth. If you are not willing to become that, I'm sorry, this is not for you. Being the same old standard you will not produce 500%. Number three thing that will not help you achieve 500% growth in 2026 is business without meaning. I remember that at Afres 2025, I spoke very deeply about business with meaning. If you missed that, you should go look for that tape. Shows very clearly how do you do business with meaning. But interestingly, I'm taking it a notch higher, talking in 2026 about business with deep meaning. How do you do business that really does more than just make money? You're not going to see accelerated growth if the universe does not unite around your mission and your vision. You're not going to see accelerated growth if the whole world does not align to favor your business objectives. And you will never get the world to align around your business objective just trying to make money. You won't. People will not give up an entire lifetime following what you do if there is no meaning inside of it. Business without meaning will never help you achieve the kind of growth that we're talking about here. Again, like I said, at Africa Revenue Summit 2026, I'll be talking about how exactly can you achieve business with deep meaning, the kind of business that can make people commit their entire life working with you. Not just for money, but because of the lofty ideals that you're pursuing. Number four, marketing without essence. You will never be able to see 500% growth in 2026 if you are just doing aimless marketing. Share and bills everywhere, radio jingles talking about discounts. no essence being portrayed. Marketing that is aimless will not get you the kind of results that you seek in 2026. And lastly, reacting rather than being proactive. As I speak to you now, many CEOs are under the reactive mode because they are not ready for 2026. Are you? Are you really ready for 2026? Do you have your financial plans? Do you have your marketing plans? Do you have a calendar of activities for your goals in 2026? Do you have a mapping of the resources that you require to make 2026 a great year? Do you have the talents that you will need in that year? Are they trained enough to deliver the numbers for you? If you don't have that all sorted, I'm sorry, you are reactive. You're not being proactive. And reactive people will not be able to see this kind of growth in 2026. So, what should you be doing differently? Before we talk about that, let me talk a little bit about the manner of that year 2026. Before we talk about that, let me talk a little bit about the manner of that year 2026. And again, I'll be talking a lot about the 10 themes that will define 2026. By the way, 2026 is going to be a year for strategic people, not anywhere belief-based kind of execution that is steeped in strategy, execution that is steeped in thoughtfulness, that is future-looking. Those are the people that will excel in 2026. And that's why one of the best decisions you can make going into 2026 is to choose to work with me, through the instrumentality of the Africa Revenue Summit, where the goal is to produce 500% in 200 businesses from now till next year. And I'm having one-on-one strategy sessions with everyone that pays early right now till the end of the year, 31st specifically. So 2026, number one, would be a year of value granularity, and you can write it down. 2026, number one, would be a year of value granularity. You can write it down. Big grammar, causing me to almost choke. Big grammar, value granularity. What does it really mean? It's a coinage by the Boston Consulting Group, leading management consulting practice across the globe. And in their global modeling of growth, they found that the future of business lies in small, precise, high-impact improvements that create exponential value. Small, precise, high-impact improvements that create exponential value. Many people want to do big stuff. In 2026, what value will mean will not be the deployment of new technology solutions or a new ERP, an entire CRM, if it doesn't bring incremental value to your customers. Value has to be granular. The expectations of the customer does evolve dramatically. They would hold you to higher standards, even more than you hold yourself. So one thing that you can do for yourself, you'll be very justified and you grow in an accelerated manner. One thing that you can do for yourself is to hold yourself and your organization to a higher standard than any customer will ever hold you. I was speaking to a billionaire farmer who runs multiple chain of businesses somewhere in Ondo State recently. And this is someone who is unlettered. Has fish farm that upon a single harvest would gross over 120 million. His tomato farm will probably gross over 100 and something million. And his furniture company and his real estate company and so on and so forth. I asked him, what's the secret of your success? Never went to secondary school, never went to the university, cannot speak a complete and correct sentence of English language. But what's the secret of your wealth and success? I said two things. Number one, I started as a furniture. But whatever you do, ensure by all means that you know it. You deliver better value than anyone else in your industry can. See, if you do this, when they go to other places, they will always refer them back. They will always come back because your exceptionality cannot be bought. Even though you will price higher, it will be clear to others, to everyone, that you deserve the extra that you are asking for. That is what value granularity means. Being so detailed that you are exceptional. Many businesses accept mediocrity and they justify saying, in 2026, I assure you, if you are going to have an irrevocable commitment to mediocrity, you will not see growth. If you are going to have an irrevocable commitment to excellence, you will see exceptional growth. There will be two kinds of people: the people who do business and the people who mean business. The people who do business and the people who mean business. The people who do business are in business to continue to do it the way everyone else is doing it. The people who mean business are in business to do it the way no one else is doing it, the better way. They're going to be the ones who think not just outside of the box, but they're the ones who think like there is no box. Value la no la rich. That's the first character of the year 2026. And that's the reason why I am inviting you to join me at the Oriental Hotel on 10th and 11th of February at Africa Revenue Summit. I've now hosted this event for the last 8 years. I'll be there with about 7 other speakers, not just the 2 of us, but 7 other speakers. And leading to that conference, we're going to be combining partnership with strategy development, with leadership development to produce the kind of growth that will deliver us 500%. This is not your regular one-off conference where you just come and then you write down a lot of notes and you go to your house and you never execute. The plan is to start from now with a one-on-one session. One-on-one strategy session will help you to fine-tune your goals for the year such that you are more strategic than your peers, so that when you get into January, you are offloading like a bomb, exploding like a dynamite, because you have a well thought out strategy. That one-on-one strategy session will be with myself. I'll spend with you a whole hour. I would have gotten some insights ahead of time into your business so that I can give you really in-depth analysis of what you should be doing differently in 2026. This is not something you want to miss. And you only have access to this if you pay within the 20% discount window. The 20% discount window expires in December 2031. And anyone who has been a part of this knows we don't extend that deadline. You will not get an opportunity to pay that amount on the 1st of January 2026. So if you want to really take advantage of it, the time to do is now. You'll have probably been seeing pictures with those who attended the first strategy tea break. If you missed that already, you should not miss this one-on-one strategy session, because it's a bonus, like the first strategy breakfast that held at Moving Peak Ikoyi. That's holding at Moving Peak Ikoyi. It is also a free session, strategy session. You also pay now, you'll be a part of a 4 virtual strategy conversations, where we're going to be talking to you about your finance, talking to you about your tax, talking to you about sales, talking to you about marketing strategy. 4 different sessions for those who pay. Too much to miss if you pay late. And on top of that, you get a 20% discount if you pay now till the end of the year. If I were you, I'll take advantage. The second very important thing to note about 2026 is that it will be a year of profits powered by meaning. And you can write that down. Profits powered by meaning. In the course of last Afres, I spoke about business with meaning. And I'm going to be talking a lot more about it coming into the next Africa Revenue Summit. Companies, see what Harvard Business Review says. It says companies with a clearly defined why would always outperform their peers because customers will sense depth. They say purpose-driven brands grow 250% faster than others. Purpose-driven brands grow by 250% faster than their peers. That's the kind of growth that you want. Growth that is anchored on purpose, on meaning. Not just growth based on desire to make money. And it's important to make money. Let no one deride the desire to make money. But you won't even make the money if you are 100% driven by the desire to make money. So how can you power profit? By just creating a business that has a very deep why, a resonant, deeply resonant why. How can you transition from being the regular kind of guy to this kind of business? Number 3, this is the only 3 that I will share out of the 10 themes that 2026 will carry. The third theme is that 2026 will be the era of micro delights. Customers would always be your best marketing strategy. Customer delight, customer satisfaction, exceptional customer experience delivery will always be your best marketing strategy. There is nothing that works. There is no marketing that works as effectively as a satisfied customer. If you get customer satisfaction, you will see an inimitable explosion in your business. Bain & Co. in their research in 2025 found that tiny customer improvements have 20 to 40% raise in Net Promoter Scores. You will have your Net Promoter Score improved by as much as 40% if you deliver micro delights, if you deliver tiny improvements in customer satisfaction. If your customers begin to feel that you deliver their products early, your customers begin to feel that you treat them like loyalty, your customers begin to see that you don't expect them to accept your mediocrity, your customers begin to see that you do not waste their time needlessly. When they see all of this, your Net Promoter Score will rise by as much as 40%. Now, let me tell you about what the Net Promoter Score does. The Net Promoter Score is a score that rates the level to which a customer is likely to refer you to another person. Incredible. Interesting. So customers are more likely to refer you by up to 40% more if you deliver better experiences to them. Now, let me coin that differently so that you can understand what that means. Today, the biggest obstacle to your revenue growth is lack of trust. When a customer is referred, 70% of the time you close the deal without much explanation. And interestingly, even at a higher profit margin. Imagine what that means. If majority of your customers begin to now refer you, it means you will close deals much more easily. You will not need hordes of salespeople who are very experienced at confusion and manipulation. Because that's what many companies do. They just employ salespeople who are very adept at manipulation. Manipulate the next set of customers who become very disgruntled, and it gives them a negative Net Promoter Score. And customers begin to actively de-recommend them. That's not what you want. You want to be a part of those who delight your customers to such an extent that they are likely to recommend you 40% more. 2026 will usher in the era of micro delight. Number one, 2026 is going to be the era of value granularity. Number two, 2026 is going to be the era of profits powered by meaning. Number three, 2026 is going to be the era of micro delight. This means that you have got to raise your game. It means you have got to be at a higher level than competition. It means more work, really. But I'm excited because it also means that mediocres will fall by the wayside. Companies that are just average, that would have just struggled or done averagely well prior to now, will now fall flat on their faces. Yes, they'll fall flat. I'm excited about that because I'm happy to do the higher work. But what about you? Are you excited? Because it excites me when I see bigger opportunities. So as we go into 2026, what should you do to scale growth and revenue performance? And by the way, don't forget what I told you. This is the time for you to register for Africa Revenue Summit 2026. We've announced 5 speakers already. There are 2 persons that are not even here, right? And we're going to be announcing more speakers when you come to Africa Revenue Summit proper on the 10th and 11th of February. It's going to be a celebration of growth. So you're going to be seeing, in the course of this, you have seen 1 or 2 of the guys who have grown dramatically in the course of the year with us. Let's take a look at what you need to do to scale 500% in 2026, starting with 1, becoming overdoing. I've said this before. You need to become the kind of CEO who can grow your business 500%. You need to become the kind of CEO who can grow your business 500%. And the fastest route to becoming that kind of a CEO is to be in the community of CEOs who are also like that. Interestingly, Africa Revenue Summit offers you exactly that. Number 2, strategy that is added to real execution. Execution that is mindless execution wears out the CEO. In 2026, you need strategy to be your cornerstone of success. Of course, added to execution, not exclusive of execution. Strategy that is added to execution. When you do that, you see an explosion. Interestingly, Africa Revenue Summit offers you exactly that. You become more strategic in your thinking, in your marketing, in your sales, in your product development. You become more strategic. Starting from the one-on-one strategy session with me, all the way to the strategic conversations we're going to be having in the course of the year. Number 3, resourcefulness above resourcing. It's important to have resources to drive growth in a business, but you need to wear your thinking calm so that you don't have to spend money to solve every problem. Somebody says, if the only tool that you have, someone says, the only tool that you have is a hammer, every of your problem will look like a nail, all right? And when you're thinking in a straight-jacketed manner, thinking about solution only from the prism of money and resources, you're not being resourceful, all right? So when you see problems and you're thinking, how can I solve this problem without necessarily throwing money at this? That's resourcefulness. Partnership is one of the best approaches to resourcefulness. How can you leverage more partnership? And that's exactly what Africa Revenue Summit will be giving you. You will see opportunity to partner with multiple people. And I can tell you, we've seen countless numbers of multi-billion naira collaborations in Africa Revenue Summit this year. Many people worked together to build an entire market that is springing up to become the very biggest ultramodern, fully built market in Nigeria, and by extension in West Africa. People teamed up to finance new machineries within their agri value chain to the tune of several billions. People teamed up to get finance, direct finances for working capital. People who have teamed up multiple times to solve financial challenges of cash flow within the business. And I'm talking about people who have come together to launch new brands together. People have come together to do projects, multi-billion naira projects and supplies in other organizations. This is the kind of things that happen through the instrumentality of Africa Revenue Summit. And how are we able to even guarantee this? Because we're not just focused on the event day. You will see that in all of my communication, I'm not talking so much about 10th and 11th of February, because that's the celebration of growth that must have started taking place even before then. So if you want to get real value from this, time to start being a part of this is now. Enter into the community, start getting support. So resourcefulness above resourcing. If all that you will get, all the growth you will get in 2026 will come from your effort and from marketing and from aggressive sales, I'm sorry, you can't achieve 500%. So resourcefulness above resources. Number 4, insights beyond the market. If all the insight you have is the same insight that all of your competitors have, then you can never be differentiated. You cannot do better than them. You must know something more than them. You must know something that they do not know. You must have extra knowledge about how to get the best from people than they have. You must have extra knowledge about how to manage your supply chain that they do not have. I recall that at Africa Revenue Summit this year, the thing that helped a particular bakery company, one of the biggest across the country, to scale as much as 200% in their profitability was just a simple insight into how to manage their supply chain better. A major part of their profit was being eroded by theft in the last 3 years. They were looking for an answer to that particular challenge. And at Africa Revenue Summit 2025, they found exactly that. Just one insight into a question that was asked in Voila. Growth of over 200% within 6 months happened because of a single insight. If you don't know how to do it differently, you will have the normal results, the same results that your competitors are getting. And lastly, being in a community of winners. Interestingly, all of these 5 things are the exact reason why we have Africa Revenue Summit. All of these 5 reasons are the reasons why we started Africa Revenue Summit. It is going to be the best, the biggest platform for growth for businesses in 2026. You will be in a community of other winners who will inspire you. You will be taught insights that are beyond what the market knows. You will get deep opportunities to partner with others, effortless opportunities to partner with others who are also value carriers like yourself. You'll be taught strategies for growth. You'll be shown how to apply those strategies. And of course, compelled by the examples of your peers, you will become the kind of leader that can grow your business 500%. As I close, I invite you to be a part of Africa Revenue Summit 2026, where we combine strategy with leadership development, where we will combine strategy with leadership development with partnership to deliver hyper growth in your business. All right? So we are going to be having multiple one-on-one strategy sessions with the CEOs of these businesses. We're going to have 4 2026 preparatory strategy boot camps. And at Africa Revenue Summit 2026, holding on 10th and 11th of February, we're going to be having the celebration, the launch of your growth. Your growth would have started. Your explosive growth would have started. These are the ticket categories: silver, gold, and ruby. Silver gives you all access. into the conference. 4 pre-conference strategy sessions. Access to all Afres sessions. Tea break and lunch during both physical sessions. Printed conference materials. Gold, we offer you, in addition to all, we offer you be a part of the post-conference support. You will get recorded videos of the event post-conference. You will get access to personalized photos from the conference. And you will get a priority seating that puts you a little forward. Ruby tickets will give you every benefit in the VIP ticket, in addition to priority seating close to speakers. It's only VVIP Ruby tickets that grant you opportunity to sit close to speakers. Number 2, introduction to up to 2 speakers of your choice post-conference. And VIP Afres pack. Now, this is all coming if you pay between now and December 31. This is all coming at a discounted amount, together with a bonus one-on-one strategy session. So that instead of paying 380,000, you're paying just 315,000, saving a whopping 65,000. By the way, at the midnight of December 31, the prices will go up. So if you pay now, pay 315 instead of 380. For gold, 480,000. But if you pay now, you pay 395,000, saving a whopping 85,000 naira. 85,000 naira. And if you don't need that, you can just give it to me. And for Ruby, 600,000 naira. But if you pay now till then, you will save a whopping 100,000 naira. You'll be paying 500,000 naira. If I were you, I'll do the transfer right now. And you can send the evidence of payment to this number that you're seeing. Do the transfer right now. And you don't need to pay all of 315,000. If you pay a commitment of just 200,000 naira for silver, 250,000 for gold, 200,000 for silver, 200,000 for gold, and or 200,000 naira for Ruby. If you pay a commitment of just 200,000 naira, you can lock down this discount. This Africa Revenue Summit has impacted our own business so substantially in the course of this year, because you can't grow. You can't help others to grow and not grow yourself. It's not possible. So I look forward to seeing you at Africa Revenue Summit. Pay right now. Take advantage of this. Look forward to seeing you, not just at the virtual sessions, but also in class at Africa Revenue Summit 2026. To your success and growth. Cheers.